Hi everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Melanie Josephine. I am a life coach and I am an author, and today I would like to talk about this phrase, never settle. So, I generally have nothing against the words. Actually, that is not true. I kind of do. So what I want to talk about today is hearing never settle and taking it in and almost using it against ourselves. Now, how do I mean this? I want to talk about never settle in the context of dating, in the context of relationships. And I believe that if you believe that you should never settle for anything or anyone, that this is a belief that is holding you back from actually getting what you want, receiving what you want. Because if you are out there and you are meeting people and you are looking for your life partner, the man or the woman of your dreams, and you are constantly looking for this perfect image and you constantly have this phrase in your mind, just keep going and never settle. You're in this constant battle where you keep fighting but you're never winning. And that is not a good place to be in at all. So what I want to talk about today is how can you break that battle? How can you use the words never settle for yourself, and how can you give them a new meaning? So, never settle. Actually, I think you should cross that out. I think it should be never settle for the wrong person or never settle for X, Y, and Z. But if you don't know what it really is that you're looking for, and when I say that, I don't mean in a vague way, I mean in a very clear way, then you cannot find what you're looking for. So yes, it's okay to say to yourself, I'm never going to settle for what I'm not looking for, but I am going to settle for what I am looking for. And that might sound very, very simple. However, with everything that is available to us nowadays, with access to the internet and all these amazing possibilities and all these different dating websites, you can literally go on as many dates as you want. And that might make you feel like you can have anything you want at any time. But ask yourself, do you really want to be on all these dates for however long? Because that can be very draining. Maybe you tell yourself, oh, it's fun and I dated this guy, but he wasn't really for me, or it wasn't working for X, Y, and Z. But have you put in the work that you need to do before you actually go on a date? Have you sat down and written down exactly what you're looking for, and not just 3 bullet points? I'm talking about sentences, I'm talking about behaviors, I'm talking about values, qualities, and at least 3 pages of writing. And then keep reading it, keep bringing these thoughts down to your subconscious mind, and then start believing that that person is out there. And this is the point when you can start dating, and this is the point when you can start saying to yourself, I am not settling for anyone but the person on my list. And the reason that is so much healthier than saying never settle is because if your brain only gets the message of never settle, then that's what it is producing for you. Because your brain is always looking to serve you. So if you tell your brain, I never settle, then you just never settle. But if you tell your brain, I know exactly what I want, this is a person that I'm looking for, and I'm not settling for anything else, then that is a very, very different story. Because then you have clarity, you can go out and be lively and loving and have fun. And when you see that something isn't for you, then you can move on immediately. You do not need to date this person for weeks and weeks and weeks just so that you're not alone, or telling yourself that you are just dating this person until you meet the right person. No. If you have clarity and you know that the person that you're looking for is out there, then you are in a much different position than if you tell your brain never settle, but don't give it anything else to look for, to put out there. And I also want to touch a little bit on perfectionism and how it really works against us. If we constantly look for imperfection and how everything around us or the people that we're dating are wrong, if that's all we're looking for, then that is the evidence that we are getting. And that perfectionism works against us in the sense that we all are looking for love in one way or another, but if we are always looking to the faults in people, then that's where our energy flows, that's where our attention flows, and inevitably we are not receiving what we really want, and we constantly keep asking ourselves why. Like, why are these dates not working out for me? Why are these relationships not working out for me? And why is maybe not even the worst question, because if you start with why and then you take yourself to the learnings that you had from those dates, the learnings that you had from those relationships, you can go back to your clarity list and say, okay, this is what I've experienced and this is not how I want it, but rephrase it to how you want it. But it is very important to always bring yourself back to your heart. Always bring yourself from here to here. Because if you want to attract love, you need to have love in your heart. Doesn't matter how cheesy it sounds. It's true. And so I hope that this video helped you. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any more questions on this topic, I'm happy to elaborate. And if you like videos like this, definitely subscribe to my channel. Lots of love. Bye!